Wrestlepalooza is in the books as WWE's ESPN era gets off to an interesting start.
The last real ass kicker, Brock Lesnar!
The show began with Brock Lesnar versus John Cena for the first time in a decade, featuring the return of Paul Heyman as Lesnar's advocate.
Hands to Lesnar, and Lesnar with a clothesline. Drops John.
Woke him up, and look at him peacocking around. What is he, 330 right now?
It's also worth noting the first 20 minutes of this show featured Triple H opening the new era, a fantastic video package about how sports is entertainment, and the return of Pat McAfee alongside Tyrese Halliburton. I also loved seeing Alicia Taylor get her flowers in a way as she introduced John Cena.
Cena delivers, cover on the beast, and Brock kicked at it.
Not for nothing, I also want to say, looking at the shape Lesnar is in, kinda interesting how that wellness policy only applies when they want it to, huh? Also, sorry, I've got to mention the amount of pyro we saw at the start of the show. I know it's a new era, but you just blew your entire ESPN budget on fireworks, brother. Lesnar largely dominated this match.
F5! Another F5! Good for a third F5!
It followed the similar formula where there's Brock domination, suplexes, then there's finishers being spammed from both sides with kickouts.
Cena on his shoulders. Lesnar will deliver another F5 and becoming a massacre!
John Cena has limited dates left, the greatest of all time, and Triple Nose gives him Lesnar.
Cover on John, and Brock Lesnar destroys, and I mean destroys, John Cena tonight.
I don't really understand what the point of any of that was, really. And it's not even as if there was a decent build, there was a new layer to their story. No, it was just the exact same as it was at SummerSlam 2014, give or take. And I wouldn't even say I hate Triple H. I think some of the things he does are pretty good, but at the same time, he has absolutely ruined Cena's retirement tour, and it cannot even be argued anymore.
Assaulting the official. First, it was commentators last out. Another F5.
Remember the other day when I said I kind of want to see Gunther versus Brock Lesnar? Forget about it, I'm good. If Jey Uso tapped out Gunther, I can only imagine what Triple H would have Lesnar do to Gunther.
It's Cambridge Fieldhouse, right?
I'm not relieved till he has left the entire arena.
And shout out to the fan in the crowd who was really selling the fact that Lesnar just destroyed Cena and then saw that she was on TV and was like, ooh, I don't even remember that guy's name. Ooh. Also, on this edition of Crowd Watch, shout out to these fucking losers.
Braun Breaker. Oh, and what a shoulder tackle.
We found out LA Knight would be the special referee for Usos versus Airbnb on the Countdown show. Also, in this episode of What in the World is WWE sponsored by today? This match was sponsored by, Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Nice reference. It's becoming increasingly more difficult to stop Reed and Breaker.
I will also say, I know it's very easy to be negative in today's WWE landscape, and believe you me, a lot of it is justified, but I have to say I am equally so loving the rise and potential of Airbnb. And in another edition of What in the World is WWE sponsored by today, we see the emergence of the Slim Jim table as things pick up pace.
Main event gonna fly. Cross body, lateral press, hooks the leg on Breaker who kicks it too.
This match was pretty fun, and at one point we see Bronson miss a moonsault into a swanton from Jimmy Hardy over here.
1D!
What the hell are you doing?
And Bronson Reed! Forever! And there's a swanton, but oh, and a spear by Breaker!
You know, I'm well aware that Jey Uso is a polarizing figure, and I try not to hate on him too much because I do like him and I do think he brings more to the table than people give him credit for.
Uso splash! Brock kicks out!
But at the same time, my brother in Christ, please stop doing the spear, or as you apparently think it is, a clothesline to the tummy. LA Knight almost gets hit with a Jey Uso suicide dive. Assuming it was intentional, they start arguing, which leads to Braun getting the upper hand. LA Knight almost gets hit with a chair, which ends up in both Usos being speared through the sausage table.
Oh, a spear! And Breaker now spearing both Usos. Have to peel Jay off the mat.
It's also worth noting there was a steel chair spot later in this match, which has actually landed Jey Uso in the concussion protocol because he busted himself open, and it was pretty messy. So shout out to Jay. I hope he gets well soon. I hope they take care of it the way they should. Realistically, we don't need this guy coming out to the ring being like, We then saw the ESPN president's reaction to Lesnar Cena, I think. What kind of name is Burke Magnus? There's just no way he isn't a supervillain, right? Also at ringside, we saw Tyrese Halliburton, and hang on a minute. Is that recently departed former Vibe member Brandon Does Everything? And I did actually reach out to Brandon for a comment on him leaving Vibe. He said, I will no longer be a part of that fuck-ass faction, and quite frankly, it began to spiral once Deonte DJ joined. Okay.
Look at that. Great pinning combination by Io. Stephanie into one of her own. Almost had her. That was close. Referee Eddie Arango right there.
But it was also announced that Tiffy will be defending her women's title this Friday on SmackDown in the previously advertised triple threat.
That's of all the women she's defeated,
Oh, and a backbreaker, knee right to the spine.
Then it was time for an absolute banger between Stephanie Vaquer and Io Sky.
and now we're going airborne.
Missile drop kick to shine.
It was technical brilliance between two of the best women's wrestlers in the world.
Suicide dive to Vaquer. And for the sunset flip powerbomb and a knee.
You know, one thing I do agree with Triple H on is that for every great male wrestler, there's 5 great women's wrestlers right now. Across every brand. Hell, across the entire world, there is so much talent, and these two are certainly a part of that.
Again in this.
And now leaping off the top rope and across. Again, off the top rope, another crossbody.
I really loved seeing moves like German suplexes and crossfaces in this one. It actually kind of reminds me of Stephanie Vaquer's favorite.
Vaquer out quick.
The German suplex of her own. Devil's kiss, but she got caught. Io Sky with a stop to the midsection.
We'd also see the Devil's Kiss and SVB and Vaquer working down the leg of Io.
It's called the Devil's Kiss.
Right, got it. Oh, and a knee right to the spine. Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Championship. And a kick out at 2.
We would see a picture-perfect Spanish fly as well.
Dangerous predicament. Oh!
Spanish fly connect.
Io rolling down her knee pads to inflict even more impact.
Is for more impact on the bullet train attack to Stephanie Vaquer. Io Sky willing her way with a running knee.
But ultimately, Io Sky missing the over the moonsault, Stephanie Vaquer hitting a freaking spiral tap clean as you like to win the title.
And he delivers a version of a spiral tap. And Vaquer wins the championship. What?
A thing of beauty, sensational stuff, arguably match of the year.
Brand new Women's World Champion. From humble beginnings.
There was a super sweet moment after the match as well where you can see Vaquer celebrating with her father, and you'll love to see that.
Oh, and look at now AJ Lee. Little bit of payback to Rollins.
Next, it was time for AJ Lee's first match in 10 years alongside CM Punk. The match began with the Vision playing mind games, and it only continued throughout. Rollins and Lynch not allowing AJ to get contact with Becky and kissing and taunting along the way.
And Punk with a suplex. And now he has an opportunity way to make a tag.
The referee not seeing that AJ actually tagged in.
Fingertips away. Becky Lynch into the ring. Tag made. Tag made.
Didn't see it.
Great move by Becky. And now the double team.
Rollins trying to use his wife as a weapon, but it didn't quite work out.
And tossing her on a Punk who moves out of harm's way. Rollins made a critical error.
Continuing to taunt AJ Lee as this one rolled on. But AJ Lee finally getting into this one.
Tag! Uh-oh! Here comes AJ!
She even began taking the fight to Seth Rollins.
Oh, and a big spin kick. AJ Lee gonna fly, cross back, body to Lynch.
She would then hit a tornado DDT using Seth for leverage, which was pretty cool.
Uh-oh! That's the manhandle slam. Now look at... Oh, AJ taking out both Becky and Seth!
We'd see AJ and Punk work together for a very unique sliced bread combo.
Oh!
Sliced bread.
Cover!
The price of one.
That was one of the most...
AJ and Punk even hitting dueling shining wizards.
And now the Bulldogs And the Shining Wizard, that's AJ's move.
Then equally with dueling submissions, which was pretty sweet as well.
Sharpshooter, Black Widow, Sharpshooter, Black Widow.
Am I going to double? So inventive is Rollins, not quite.
We'd even see a Black Widow at one point on Seth Rollins.
A Black Widow now on Seth. A Black Widow on Seth. Rollins into the Black Widow by AJ.
Although this match at the start was very much like the women will only fight the women, the men will only fight the men. By the end, it was a bit of a do whatever you want, which I kind of enjoyed.
Was turned to deliver a double pedigree. Maybe over, double cover, kick out by Leia Kong.
But it was terrific. All 4 stars had the crowd electric. It was a really great match.
Seth Rollins now grabbing AJ Lee. Face first, Lee into the mat. And stop! Stop by Punk!
At one point, we had Rollins, Punk, and AJ all hitting curb stomps as well.
Finish the job for good.
Stop! AJ Lee with a stomp of her own! Becky Lynch with a manhandle slam!
In terms of AJ's return, sure, there was an ever so slight amount of ring rust with certain moves, but at the same time, the majority of what she was doing, it was like she hadn't even missed a beat.
I got this. She wants Becky Lynch, and now they're going to brawl in the middle of the ring. AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, Rollins, and Punk now.
And in her defense, it has been a decade, so we'll give her a break.
Rollins on his shoulders. AJ Lee taking everybody down.
AJ Lee was thrown into Punk.
AJ Lee eventually winning with the Black Widow submission.
Tap out. Tap out. Punk and AJ win.
Then we would have WWE LFG judge The Undertaker come out. Yeah, me too, dead man. Also, didn't you once torture this woman? It's okay. It was the 90s.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm scared.
In the class of 2026 WWE Hall of Fame.
Stephanie McMahon going into the Hall of Fame in 2026, and I'm very happy for her. Congrats to Steph. Then, using the final bit of pyro budget we have left for this PLE, Cody Rhodes is here to face Drew McIntyre.
Rhodes, wait a minute.
He's sucking off the Cody.
Cody stumbling out of the box. Hit the Cody cutter, however.
Very interesting sell of your leg there, Cody. Selling the attack through the announce table from Drew a month ago.
McIntyre just slinging Rhodes over the Spanish announce table.
This one featured a mix of Drew being dominant, but Cody being plucky and fighting back.
McIntyre again with a belly-to-belly throw. Sets with a superplex.
Later, Drew would send Cody into the corner, the referee getting out of harm's way as McIntyre rolled up Cody and had the title won.
Trying to avert disaster, and now Cody turns it into Crossroads. Cover by Cody Rhodes.
But the match rolled on with McIntyre hitting a dive.
Time.
McIntyre over the top, and he caught Cody hard.
McIntyre then hitting a Claymore and almost capturing the WWE title.
More kick, that connects. McIntyre crawls to the cover. So close to winning.
In the end, McIntyre would go for the Claymore against the desk again, but Cody getting out of the way this time.
Oh no! Cody rolled out of harm's way. Drew McIntyre. Cody Rhodes with a super cutter.
Overall, it could have gone longer, but it was a solid match that sees the resilient Rhodes victorious.
Crossroads. Cody retains.
The story coming out of this one, clearly McIntyre is going to complain he had the title won, yet another conspiracy towards him. He'll probably even use his leg giving out on him as an excuse. It does seem like we're heading towards a pretty big War Games match that might even feature Lesnar and Cena. Triple H also announced that Cody Rhodes will face Seth Rollins for the Crown Jewel title next month in Perth, Australia. All in all, I think it was a decent PLE for the start of the ESPN era.